Got logos again. So last recording was really long, and it went across a section of the game which I'm going to invent a term for, so I can refer to it, and you know what I'm talking about. I'm going to call it the bridge. And the term the bridge comes from an assumption about the structure of the game, which is you have which is an assumption because I haven't played through the whole thing yet, so I don't know what the exact structure is. So I'm just assuming, which would be that there's two sections of this normal user interface. One towards like a first section and a second section. The first one I'll describe it later. And then in between, you have the alternate user interface layout where you're entrapped by Miyuki and so on. I'm going to call the middle section the bridge. Went all the way across the bridge in one recording because the bridge was really spooky and I didn't want to leave off in the middle of it, essentially. So, I guess first of all, yes, now I know why it's really similar to Doki Doki Literature Club. Now I know where that comes from. Does it seem like Doki Doki tried to copy it? No. So I don't know where that came from. It doesn't necessarily follow the pattern of something we try to emulate this, or imitate this. But I see how they are extremely similar now. We also have that, seems like we have that 2-act thing going on, which will make it never 7-like. Which I'll explain in detail later. So, yes. Now I get it. Now, here's the important stuff. When I play my visual novels, I tend to try every single possible branch on the choice tree and get every single possible ending. I haven't posted my Remember 11 Let's Play yet, and I probably won't for several months. But I actually do take the time to go through and get every single possible line of text that you could get in the game. I got it. Most visual novels are consumable, or they do consume themselves, which means you cannot be reset. However, what can't be reset is how much progress you've made in them. Every single line of dialogue and ending and so on remains still accessible as you fill it up to 100% completion. It's just that you can't make it back to 0% completion. So, all of the routes that opened up and stuff remain open, usually. And the only way to fix that is to reinstall the game. This thing claims that it actually will close off routes, or close off options, and not allow you to explore every line of text in the game, unless you reinstall the game. Which is a little bit different. Which means I'm going to have to reinstall the game, because I don't surrender to that. I have to, as part of how I do my content, explore every single line of text, or as much as I can. So I will reinstall the game if it doesn't let me get to all the text without reinstalling the game. The first thing I need to figure out, I'm really wondering about, is how exactly the first act is structured, or the near side of the bridge. When I went into the bridge suggested that I pledged eternal love to Miyuki, and then after doing that, I betrayed her and tried to find Aoi's route, and Miyuki got mad because I did that. Well, if I went about the first act differently, would that change the text in the bridge? It might, but what could have happened is that's what the bridge text always is. Another situation is apparently I cursed Miyuki somehow when I patched the game so that Miyuki would never fall for a different man, which made Miyuki kind of go after you super hard and cause the bridge to happen. Does that mean that if you don't let Aoi patch the game so that you don't ever get quote-unquote cucked, that the bridge has different text in it. Or not. You see, I'm suspicious that maybe what happens is, if you don't do that, and you try to get Miyuki's ending in the first act like I did, you encounter some sort of roadblock. And it doesn't let you get to that Miyuki ending unless you do that patch. And then, if you try to go down Aoi's route before doing Miyuki's first, you hit some sort of roadblock, and it doesn't let you. So only when you go down Aoi's route, it necessarily has to be betraying Miyuki. And the reason why I haven't encountered those roadblocks is just because I just so happened to do the exact thing the game wanted to force me to do without objection. I did Miyuki first and then Aoi, and chose to patch the game immediately. And so I didn't really, because I didn't touch the walls, I didn't understand the nature of the maze. I happened to walk through the maze blindfolded and reach the exit without touching any walls by chance, essentially. And I didn't experience the game forcing me to do it that way. Because that's what the bridge dialogue says you did in the bridge, it suggests that it forces you to do that. But I don't know, because I didn't have a chance to explore that act anymore, since I already went across the bridge. It told me I couldn't go back. Anyway, so once you cross the bridge, you have to choose Aoi or Miyuki, and apparently you can't go back and choose the other one. So you can only do one side, and you have to reinstall the game to the other side, replay across the bridge again, and so on. Maybe next time I play across the bridge I can do it the opposite way, where I make Miyuki mad as opposed to making her complacent or something. There's a couple ways to get across the bridge according to God. And when you go into these acts, apparently since I chose Miyuki, I can only get a Miyuki ending. I get Miyuki's true ending, which I apparently haven't gotten yet, even though I got something that really appeared to be Miyuki's true ending. So let's see how this is different than the first act Miyuki ending. Yeah, and this is, this whole structure of the first act you choose a girl, although in this case you choose the girl at the very end. And the second act, now that girl is locked in and you can't choose the other girl, and you try to, and now it's not choice between the girls anymore, it's a choice of whether or not you get the good or bad ending with the girl you chose. On the second act, it's very Never Seven. It's a very Never Seven structure. That's what, that's the game that probably didn't coin that, but is famous for that structure. So we're in the Miyuki, loop. What they call it, the loop, right? The Miyuki loop. Where I've already chosen Miyuki. And now it's just, now it's doing it good or bad, and now I do it to succeed in doing the Miyuki route correctly. Now, I don't know if Aoi's gonna even be in this at all, or it's just she has no route. Not sure. Not sure if it's Never Seven, where the other characters are in it, it's just that the choices don't matter with them. They're already closed off, or whether or not Aoi is just plain flat deleted. It said they're supposed to reset the game, so I presume because the game is reset, that Aoi's not deleted, it's just she has no route. But we'll see. Now I'm just going to skip this because this is exactly like the first act. Now, I can do saves and loads, but I have no, see I already have a save here, which it doesn't matter, but I don't have any menu, so I can't go back and look at the CGs I got, or the music, or anything like that. Which is weird that a feature got taken away now that I completed something. Now, I'm too curious, so I'm gonna try this, just to see what happens when you type this number in. So this is the number that you see on, I think it's Miyuki's phone at some point. But it's not actually used in the bridge anywhere. 5823 2443. Oh, nothing happens? Before I can check the call history.
Shinichi?
Shinichi? Oh, hey, Miyuki.
どうしてここに?
What are you doing here? Oh, just waiting, I guess.
待ってた？
Waiting? Yeah, for you.
じゃあ、新一が呼び出してくれたんだ。
So you're the one who invited me up here. No, you as in Yutaru. His name starts with you, okay?
新一、
Shinichi, listen.
私も同じ気持ちなの。
I feel the same way.
本当はずっと
The truth is,
ずっと待ってたの。
I've been waiting all this time. Miyuki and I go way back. As kids, we're really close. So when did we start to drift apart? When did I start keeping my distance?
新一がここに呼んでくれたから
Thank you for calling me up here.
嬉しかった。
I'm so happy. Miyuki.
私も新一が好きだよ。
Shinichi, I'm in love with you too. Her lips draw near. The red rays of sunset light up her face, and I find myself pulled in. I can't tear my eyes away. And then Yutaru shows up. Wait, hold on a minute. If two people share a kiss on the roof, their love will be eternal. At our school, the legend is so popular, students invite each other up here all the time to confess their love. And Yutaro must be a believer too. That would explain why he summoned Miyuki up here. Look, you've got the wrong idea.
勘違い？
I do? I'm not the one who invited you up here. It was Yutaru.
え？
What? For a moment, her facade slips. But then she catches herself.
そうなんだ。
Oh, right, of course.
そうよね。そうだと思った。ごめんなさい。
Yeah, I figured as much. I'm sorry. Miyuki is the queen bee of the school, and I'm the ultimate nobody. She's a million miles out of my league. We belong to different worlds. I'm not even worthy of breathing her air.
それじゃあ、新一はここで何を？
In that case, what exactly were you doing up here? Well, actually, I was just messing around with this phone. Wait, what?
どうしたの？
What's the matter? I know I just had it. That doesn't explain why you were up here, because you found the phone up here. Where did it go? Did I drop it? I scanned the roof. I don't
な
see
いわ
it.
ね。
Yeah. The roof is completely empty, save for a pile of rusty desks in one corner. So I guess Aoi is straight up deleted. Okay. If I dropped it, it should be extremely easy to find.
ん？
So it's like Doki Doki, not like Never 7. Okay. Miyuki and I look up in unison. I reach into a pocket and pull out my cell phone. An email. No subject line, no body text. And no sender, strangely enough. At first it seems like just a spam message, but then I notice a photo attached. Curiously, I open it. What the? It's us.
みたいね。
Sure looks like us. Miyuki peers down at her phone too. Evidently she got the same email I did. Who's that on the left there?
わかんないけど。
No idea.
楽しそう。
We seem happy though. Yeah. In the photo we look like we're the best of friends. The more I look at it, the more I feel... Miyuki?
なんでもない。なんでもないけど。
Nothing really, it's nothing.
なんだか。すごく。
For some reason, it's just really
懐かしい感じがして。
nostalgic, I guess. We didn't wipe out our memories, did we?
前は新一と一緒にこんな感じで
It reminds me of how it used to be, you and I.
自然に笑えたなってそう思ったら
When I think about how happy we were and... Miyuki? I gently pull her close. She collapses against my chest.
ごめんね新一
I'm sorry, Shinichi.
なんでだかわかんないけど
I swear, I don't know why I'm crying.
悲しくもないのに急に涙が
I'm not even sad, but I can't stop myself. They must not be sad tears then.
うん
Yeah.
新一と一緒にいられて
I'm happy I got the chance to spend time with you.
嬉しい涙 たね。
So these must be happy tears? I gingerly put my arms around her. No matter how much she acts like the perfect student, no matter what sort of persona she puts on, deep down she hasn't changed a bit. She still is the same girl she was back then. The realization wipes away my last lingering doubts, and I think to myself, maybe we can go back to the way we used to be. Maybe I have to tell her how I really feel. Miyuki, will you hear me out?
ごめんなさい。
I'm sorry.
ちょっと待って。私こんな顔で。
I need a minute. I need to pull myself together.
今落ち着くから。
I'm calm. Miyuki wipes away her tears and puts a hand to her chest like she's willing her racing heart to settle. I can tell she's doing her best to regain her composure. Breathe in, breathe out. No rush, take your time.
うん。ありがとう。
Arigato. Arigato is like this Japanese word that sounds oddly romantic. As in like, not as in like romance, like love, like romantic as in like Roman. I'd never seen her this nervous before, not even on stage. Then again, I guess it's because this isn't a performance. This is the real her. The her I was friends with all those years ago. The her only I can see. Okay. Ready?
いいよ。
Yeah, go for it. She looks at me, her gaze shifting nervously. And I see my reflection in her eyes, and I realize I look up every bit as nervous as she does. Take a deep, deep breath. All these years I kept asking myself, do I go for it? Now finally something has given me the push I need. Thank you, God, or fate, or whatever you are. Sone Miyuki, please be my girlfriend. I bow my head, and I wait, and wait, and wait. But there's no response. Miyuki? Sure enough, she's crying. Happy tears. And in this moment, she looks so perfect.
なんだかすごく回り道しちゃったなって。
Feels like this has been a long time coming, huh?
ずっとこんなに近くにいたのにね。
I mean, the answer was right there all this time. All this time I kept overthinking everything, running from it. But now it's in the open, the burden is gone. Turns out the stuff that really matters isn't actually all that complicated. So, yeah,
こちらこそよろしくお願いします。
but be my honor. Miyuki bows too. Did I bow again? This is so stupid, I can't help but smile.
なんだか
You know,
改めて言うと
this is
照
kind
れ
of
ちゃうね。
this is kind of embarrassing. For sure. Miyuki smiles beneath the setting sun. One look at her and all my love comes rushing to the surface. Miyuki, go ahead.
いいよ。
Kiss me. She closes her eyes. And we share an eternal kiss. That was short. I guess we'll just try different phone numbers. Oh, to get the menu finally? Yeah, we get the menu so we can actually look at the CGs. Or can we? Okay, so you got that one. Are these only the CGs of Miyuki? Yeah, none of the CGs with Aoi in them are in here. That's great. You start, I guess. Actually, first we'll try not doing a phone number. Check the call history. Before I can check the call history.
新一
Okay, let's skip forward. Okay, should be able to click out of this. Yeah, it's skippable, good. Remember 11 should take a lesson from that and make the credits skippable. Okay. So I already tried, like the one that was in Miyuki's phone, but I might have typed it in wrong, but let's try this one. So this is like the Revive 0523 0523. It's like the Revive Aoi number, which I don't think is going to work in this context. Hello? Oh god, I dialed a random number and they actually picked up. Shinichi? We wish you all the best. What? Bye-bye. Well, with that, the line disconnects. Who is that? And how'd you know my name? I mean, this phone isn't even mine. What the hell? And then you keep going. Okay, so that's what that one does. Okay, let's try this one. 999 915. Whoops. 15 0 8125. Okay, that didn't do anything. I guess the last phone number to do. We have one more phone number to do. There is actually a fifth one if we count the final code, which I might count. Okay, this is 999 4832 3842. Okay, that didn't do anything. Okay, I guess there's a fifth one to do. I'm going to pause the encoding to do. Okay, I'm back and looked it up. I cut myself off there, which is kind of awkward. I, like, accidentally did what I said I was doing as I was saying it. Okay. Skip. And the code we're going to put in is 999 623 11083. That didn't do anything. Okay. That was like the final answer to get Aoi back in the at the end of the bridge. Okay. There's one more thing I want to show. And that is the opening cut. There's actually a cutscene that plays on a timer on the title screen. Kind of like, you know, Never 7 and Remember 11. So we're going to wait until that plays. And it looks like it's got Aoi completely omitted out of it. Which is kind of goofy. So we're going to see an Aoi omitted out of it cutscene here. Once the timer runs out. And there might be a phone number hidden in it, so I'm going to be prepared to try to write something down if I see it. Here we go. That cancels it. So there are phone numbers in there. I saw a couple already. I just gotta somehow catch them, which is gonna be hard. Okay, what I'm going to do is going to give me extra editing time, but I'm actually going to stop the encoding, restart watch the video back to get those, I can pause the video and get those phone numbers out of it, and then restart encoding again after splice. So, I paused the video to get those phone numbers out. I'll hit the start button just so it doesn't autoplay on me. And it turns out that the first phone number from the rotating phone is just Aui's number. It's just 999-0523-0523. Just like we already saw. And the second one is that one 999-5823-2443, which is the first one I tried. Which I believe didn't work unless I typed it in wrong. So nothing new came from that opening scene. Nope, that does nothing new coming out of there. So now the question is there anything more I can do with the game in its current state? I don't want to like wipe out and reinstall the game if it's completely unnecessary, right? Like there's actually a way to escape. So if there's a way to escape, so I attempted to not actually like, to wait till I upload this before I continue and see if anybody can give me a hint. And make sure that I don't reinstall it and wipe it out. But it looks like I'm going to have to reinstall it and wipe it out. Then once I reinstall it and wipe it out, I can completely explore the opening act, get all of the different routes and not just, blind into it. And then I can figure out what happens if you choose Aoi at the end. So, cool. That will be the end for this one. This was a short one.